Welcome back, everyone. This is Girl What's on Your Mind with your host, Essence Jackson. That's me. So, this is my second episode. The first one is out already. And I just want to thank everybody for the feedback that I've gotten with it. I am still nervous, but I was very, very nervous on dropping that one. But I don't know, like, y'all was just being nice to me because y'all know me or y'all really did like it. But that's just like me and my anxiety come just like, did they really enjoy it or it's just because they know me, you know? So I don't know, but I appreciate either one. I am still nervous, so you're going to see on my face. I feel like I'm turning red now, but I am glad that y'all did enjoy it. And I'm going to go ahead and do my second one and continue on doing this. It's kind of hot. But so today episode, this is a good one. Today we are talking about whatever, like, you know, we've been seeing this on social media and people are calling it the soft life. You know, everybody wants the soft life. Everybody wants to be able to be in tune with their self and wellness and, you know, everything that, you know, that's going to make you feel good. But baby, we live in the real world, you know, it's reality here. Like, not everybody can have the soft life. And I think social media pushed that so hard that people are starting to do the opposite and have like mental disconnections and, you know, I don't want to say like self-hate with themselves, but like they think like since they're not, you know, doing what everybody else is doing and waking up at 5 o'clock and drinking matcha and, you know, going to Pilates, they're thinking they're not in tune with it or they're falling behind. So that's what we're talking about today. Let's go ahead and get into it. What is the soft life? Based off of social media, and I'm pretty sure you already know, it's the luxury vacations, it's the expensive skincare, the Pilates. Pilates, let's just say I have a love-hate relationship with that right now. And that is a conversation to have. And then the whole little matcha every morning, or like the coffee every morning, or the teas every morning, you know, and then no stress. I'm sorry, but I really don't think there's anybody out there that don't stress. I'm not gonna say stress on the daily, because like, no, that's not what's supposed to happen. You know, that's the whole point of wellness and yoga and stuff like that. But you're not gonna sit here and tell me that you have a full soft life and you don't stress about nothing. Okay, so let's see. Is that really the soft life though? No. A soft life isn't about money. It's about peace. It's about protecting your energy. It is about choosing yourself, even when life is chaotic. And maybe my life is chaotic. Yesterday was a day. Today's Wednesday. Y'all not gonna see this until Sunday. But it's Wellness Wednesday. I woke up this morning. I said, you know what? I need to do some yoga. I didn't meditate as long as I wanted to, but I was like, I need to stretch my body out. I need to get this out of me, like definitely out of me. And it helped. It did help, but it's still, you know, my life is still gonna be chaotic afterwards, but it just helps me get through the day. So yeah, that's what that is. And let's talk about honesty though. Like honestly, real life is a lot. You know, I'm not working right now, but when I was working, it was hard for me to get up, go to work, go to school, because I was in school once upon a time while working. I'm not a mom, but I can only imagine how hard it is to take care of kids and try to take care of yourself. You know, being a wife, y'all before said that being a wife is not a full-time job because we don't have no kids. Yes, it still is. Because when I was working, I still had to come home, and I worked with kids before, like for the longest. So I'm at home, I'm at work taking care of other people's kids, but I'm also coming home and taking care of myself, taking care of my husband, and taking care of my house. And that's a lot, because them kids at my previous jobs, I'm not gonna say kids are bad, but they were a handful. And to deal with that and to come home and still try to take care of myself and my husband and my dog and my cat in the house, that was a lot. And, you know, including the grocery shopping, including doing laundry, cooking dinner, cleaning after cooking. But me and my husband, I'm not going to sit here and act like I don't have it good, but me and my husband have a little schedule. If one of us cook, the other one cleans, and I like that. But still, in general, just cleaning and straighten up around the house, paying bills, doctor's appointments, family obligations. I'm the oldest. I'm the oldest out of 6. So I have 5 siblings under me. And I wouldn't say I don't have no kids for that reason, because ever since I was little, I was taking care of them. I was taking care of my kids, my siblings, like they were my kids. And so even now to this day, like I said, yesterday was chaotic for me because we had a family emergency, and that threw me for a loop. That shifted my reality and my, day-to-day life, because now I have to intake what's going on with them over there. Mind you, I moved. I moved away from Central Texas. That's where my family's at, in Austin. And I moved to Dallas. And that was really hard for me because, like I said, I'm so used to being there as the older sibling and also the family manager. I am the family manager. So being out here and still trying to deal with my day-to-day living and worry about them out there is a lot. So that's a lot. But by the time that we chill after doing everything all day, it's 9:30, or it's, later in the evening, 8:00, 10:00. And social media is telling us that we should have had journal that day. We should have had meal preps. We should have worked out, drink a gallon of water, meditate and get 8 hours of sleep. Who's really doing all that in a day? And people, there's a saying that I just said to my mom too. I just got on the phone with her before I got on this. People say, oh, we all have the same 24 hours. No, we do not. We do not all have the same 24 hours. I don't care. Yes, technically and scientifically, there is 24 hours in a day, and we do live it all the same way, or like just a time frame. But my 24 hours is not the same as your 24 hours. Your 24 hours is not the same as somebody else's 24 hours. So we can't sit there and say that we have the same 24 hours in a day. Just like when people say, oh, you don't have no kids, so it's easy for you to get up in the morning and, do stuff and get your day done and move around and stuff like that. No, it's not. Because there's moments that I get up sluggish. I'm not going to sit here and say I have a lot of health concerns, but I wake up with migraines. I have sleep paralysis. I have night terrors. So when I get up in the morning, it's not always sunshines and rainbows. I have to get up slow. And sometimes that's even not getting up until 10:30 because I'm up at 4:00 in the morning and didn't go back to sleep till 7. So for social media to be like, wake up at 5:00 in the morning, go to the gym, make breakfast, eat your lunch, go to Pilates, do this, do that. And I'm like, what are y'all on? And honestly, some of y'all be on some shit though to get that done throughout the day. Y'all be drinking Alani's, Red Bulls, Monsters, drinking espresso shot coffee or lattes. Y'all drinking coffees that be having like 3 shots of espresso. Well, duh, shit, that's how you getting through the day. You're kind of cheating to me. Goddamn, like if you need 3 shots of espresso or 2 Alani's to make it through the day, baby, don't go back to the drawing board. Do it again. Go back to sleep and wake up. Cause that's not it. And I think they do that on purpose though. It's a little sidetrack. Like, why do we need that much caffeine in our body? Why do we? You're not feeling jittery? You're going to crash. Cause I used to drink, energy drinks a long time ago. Way, way, way long time ago. I used to work overnights, like in my late or early 20s. And I drank them, but I crashed at the end of the night or whenever the day was done. So do we really need those to get throughout the day if you're going to feel like that at the end of the day? No, but that's that. So to the moms, let's go ahead and talk about this because my husband actually told me to do this episode because he's seen one of his close friends' wives talk about this recently about being a mom and not able to get through the day and still take care of herself. And usually people talk about like how they feel guilty for taking time for themselves, or how they always putting other people first, or never finishing the hot coffee that they wanted to finish because they have to get up and go take care of their kids, because you're sitting on the couch relaxing, watching a TV, drinking coffee, but then now your kid is yelling, "Mom, mom, mom, I need you." You're done, you get sidetracked, boom, your coffee's cold, that's it. You don't even want it no more. You're feeling out of touch because most of your time and your energy is going to your kids. And then most of the time, some of these moms is running on empty. And I feel like social media shows, and I seen this just recently, I think it was just yesterday on Instagram. This fitness influencer I follow. She's pretty good though. Like, I don't really too much like dislike what she posts, but this one kind of was like, I'm a mom too, and I still find time to go to the gym or stuff like that. Well, kudos to you, bitch. Kudos to fucking you. But not everybody, like I said, they're just still the same as not everybody has the same 24 hours. Not everybody still has the same mental capacity. And I feel like low key, those videos be downgrading, or like, like it says feeling out of touch or running on empty and stuff like that. You're downgrading other moms that already feel upset about not being able to keep up with it. And you tell them that, oh, well, you can still go to the gym. I do it. Like, that's not right. But for the moms, taking care of yourself is not selfish. You need time. And I know sometimes they don't have the support system to be able to, have time to yourself and have me time. But sometimes you just have to find it and, be on a structured schedule. That's all it really boils down to when it comes to, being a mom and a wife, or, doing things. It's just finding a structured schedule. You can't be the best mom that you are when you're not 100% yourself. So even if you're taking just 5 minutes, 5 minutes out your day to just move your body or just do something for yourself, that would just go a long way. You know, like I just said, like, how can we pour into everyone else if you don't pour into your own cup? You can't be there for everyone if you're not there for yourself. So that's that. And then this is a big one because I seen this video. It was like a long time ago. It's the pressure to do it all. So we have to, and I'm not saying this like the guys don't have to deal with this, but I'm just speaking on just, women in general. We have to eat healthy. We have to work out every day. We have to meal prep. We have to drink enough water. So you have to meal prep, drink a lot of water. You have to have a spotless, clean house. You have to budget perfectly. You have to build a business. You have to wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning. You have to do the perfect skincare, and that's a lot. Like, that is really a lot. And I feel like people are trying to do everything at once. And that's what's making you're not getting that progress that you're looking for. Everything don't have to be done in the same day. And speaking on this too, because I'm going to go into like what it looks like and a little bit like what you would help. But this is one of the things I just seen recently on TikTok. Somebody was talking about like breaking up their weeks and like work weeks, like especially if you're working and not working, but just breaking up your weeks. So like Monday, for example, because I turned into like a few of them for myself, like that fits best for myself. So like Monday is like movie Monday. Monday nights, try to have a movie with my husband, watch a movie with my husband. Simple, but it helps. Tuesday is, I think I did like a new trail Tuesday. Lately it's been hot, like overly hot. Mind you, like I said, I'm in Dallas, Texas. So I can't just get up and walk anymore. Like like this morning it was like 96 degrees and it was only 9 o'clock. So I'm hoping to go on new trails or at least do like something outside on Tuesdays. Wednesday, today is Wellness Wednesday. So this morning I got up, stretched. Before I go to bed tonight, I'm gonna stretch and do some yoga and you don't have to do yoga. It can just be anything wellness, anything that's going to take care of yourself. A quick little walk around the neighborhood. That's all it is. Oh, Thursday is try something new on Thursday. Like try Thursday. So just trying something new, getting out your comfort zone, and do something fun that you haven't done before. That you haven't done before. And then Friday is Fun Friday. This is when you could just go do a new activity or go bowling, go skating, or something that's fun. You can go on the lake and do an activity on the lake or something. Whatever that you're into, just make it fun. And it's on Friday. Saturday, I feel like Saturday is based for really good for date nights or date days, or just meeting up with your friends, having brunch with them, reconnecting with people that you want to speak to, and stuff like that. And then, of course, self-care Sundays. That's why I drop my videos on Sundays. I know that you're at home. I know you're trying to do self-care, and that's the perfect time to watch a podcast, mine specifically. So that's something that I think that's really important that will help with moms, wives, or anybody out there, is breaking up your week so that you don't feel like it's just survivor mode or just taking care of other people or, on the go all the time. And I suffer from that a lot because me and my husband, we're constantly like, let's go make some money. Let's go do something. Let's go, we have to make this money. We have to pay the bills. We have to do this. So that's really important, is to break up your days. Once you do that, you're going to feel a lot better. You're going to get that fresher breath of air. You're going to be like, whew, this is not like a regular Monday. Ugh, everybody hates Mondays. Or it's not going to be hump day Wednesday all the time. It's something different. I could just go out and take care of myself and not feel guilty. So that's one of the things that I think people should do into a lot. God damn, maybe I need to slow down a little bit. I believe that's something important that people should do. Break up your weeks. Let's see what else. But yeah, and then in general, sometimes surviving through the day is enough. Resting is enough. Resting is really important to self-care and just day-to-day life. Just because you don't feel guilty because you got up, cleaned the house, took care of the kids, cooked dinner, did, a lot of da 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 da. And the moment that you do sit down, don't feel like, dang, I'm sitting down and I didn't even write in my journal today, or I didn't do this, or I didn't do that. Yes, but back to what I was saying, just don't ever feel bad for just sitting down and resting. You are not supposed to be on the go at all times. That's just that. Like, there's no reason to be constantly on the go. Sit your ass down sometimes. Okay, girl? Just breathe. That's all you have to do is, that's what a soft life looks like. Being able to be at peace and relaxed and not having to worry about so many things at once, And that's where it kind of goes into this, last little bit that I want to talk about before we close out is what an actual soft life look like. Sitting outside. If you live in Texas, that's not happening right now. If you live in the South right now, that's not happening. But sometimes you can step outside for a little bit and just like be able to like get some fresh air and just be in the moment at that time. Doing yoga, like I said, yoga helps me a lot. There was a moment in time where I was doing yoga every day, like every day. I slowed down a lot, but I'm trying to get back into it. I know I need to get back into it. Having a slow morning, if it's possible. And that's even if you need to wake up 15 minutes earlier. That makes a difference. It's like just right there, that makes a difference. Waking up 15 minutes earlier before you wake up the kids, make your coffee, sit there for 5 minutes alone before you wake everybody else up and get them moving and going. Reading. I mean, I'm sorry, I'm an advocate to bring a book wherever you go. The moment that you're scrolling on your phone for, excuse my cat, she wants to be in it. But the moment that like you're sitting there and just scrolling your phone and doom scrolling for 20 minutes, you could have read a chapter or two, you know? So waking up 15 minutes earlier, you could be doing a prayer or meditation, sitting there with yourself. You don't even have to be in the actual seat of like meditation. You could just be sitting on the couch, laying in the bed. While you just laying there, just lay there and just like set your intentions for the day. What do you plan on, like improving today? So that's one of the things that you could do too while you're waking up a little bit earlier. Taking a walk. Like I said, we live in the South, so walking might not be an option, but just taking a quick little walk, turning your phone off. Like I said, while you're scrolling your phone, you could be reading a book. I have a habit for that. For a moment, I did have a time limit on my phone or for my apps. And now I'm trying to get back into doing it. Like I'm looking at 2 Lego sets I need to finish or even start. I have a whole bookshelf behind, the camera right now with a whole bunch of books that I either didn't finish or haven't started yet. So I need to do that myself. Just turn the phone off and be at your, be with yourself. That's it. Drinking tea. I'm an advocate for it. I'm starting my own wellness business with my husband. We're about to have some pre-made teas. Trust me, I will have some ready for y'all. If we need just the morning tea, evening tea, a refresher tea, a calming tea, boom. I'll have it for you. But if you don't, until then, go to the store, get you a little tea packet from Walmart or H-E-B or whatever, and just sip on some tea. Calm down a little bit. Protecting your peace. And the reason why I'm putting emphasis on this one is because the next thing I'm going to say is saying no. Okay? You need to set boundaries. Just because you have an extra hour or two in your day doesn't mean you have to give it to somebody else. It does not mean you have to give it to somebody else. Give it to yourself. Say no, even to your husband or your kids. If you can't cook tonight or you just don't have the energy, just say, hey, babe, I can't cook right now. Let's just order takeout or, help me out or something. But I only have an hour left of the day that I know I'm going to have to myself. I want it to myself. Say no. That's the biggest thing right now is just saying no. I know a lot of people that's having issue with this. I had issues with this. I still kind of have issues with this. It's hard for me to say no, especially when I'm such a helpful person, like I'm always helping other people. So it was hard for me to say no. But I noticed, like I said, I was having less time for myself because I was giving it to everybody else. Like I said earlier, how am I going to, pour my water into you and I'm not even full? My jug is not even full. So no, I can't help you right now. I'm sorry. And some people might be upset with that, but you need to set those boundaries, have them respect them boundaries. You can't say maybe. You can't say next time or, what the case may be. Say flat out no, because you're giving them room to coerce you to help you more, help them. So just say no. That will give you the time in the day to have for yourself. And like I said, emphasis on telling your kids and your husband no. The hell? And I'm sorry, some of y'all do be in some fucked up relationships and where you can't speak up for yourself. Baby, say no to him. I don't care. Say no. You don't want to have sex tonight? Say no. Instead of having sex, you want to read your book? Tell him that. And if he doesn't respect that, fuck him. Yes, fuck him. Anyways, so along with just what a soft life looks like, it doesn't have to be expensive. A soft life looks different for everybody, Like I said, sometimes it's choosing to rest, and that's not, you shouldn't feel guilty for that, Some of the things to practice, to create a better soft life in your reality life is taking just a 10-minute walk. Just a 10-minute walk. So that stop grooming yourself on camera. Nah, I done got her started. But taking a 10-minute walk is fine. You don't have to do the whole 45 or taking a mile walk daily or whatever the case may be. Just take a 10-minute walk. Bring your kids. Honestly, even though that you want to have your time, sometimes it's good for them too. Taking a family walk is fine. 10 minutes around the block. That's all you have to do. Stretch before bed. I'm an advocate for this. I do feel like people should be stretching. Like I said, do I do it every day? No. But even then, when I do it, it's not even a full 5 minutes. I'm just moving a few parts of my body, but it makes a difference. Pop them hips. Stretch them hips. Move around. That's really important. Ask for help. Like I said, that's just with the same thing of just saying hey, I can't cook tonight, babe. Can you cook? I want a little extra time to myself. Can you help me with this? Or even with your, your family, the grandparents of the kids. Hey, can you just watch them 2 hours? I'm not going nowhere, but can you just watch them for 2 hours? Or having people come to your house, nieces and nephews, or I know I always help my aunt out, and she would never go nowhere, but I would just be in the house occupying the kids just so that she could have time for herself, So just make sure you're asking for help. And I know it's hard to ask for help because I have a hard time asking for it, but closed mouths don't get fed, baby. I love that saying to the T. Closed mouths do not get fed. Open your mouth. Use your words. You're a grown adult. You know what you need in life. So why sit there and suffer in silence? Like I said, if you don't feel like cooking, order takeout. I know it might be expensive when you have more kids or whatever the case is, but order takeout. Your mental health would thank you for that one moment of ordering food instead of making something homemade. Emphasis on saying no without explaining. I just said that, so I'm not even gonna go too deep in that. Leaving work at work. Don't bring that home. I say this all the time. I've been really appreciative because my husband never brought homework. Never brought homework. I never had to deal with his stress from work to put it on me. Because I know people where their husbands come home and they're mad and angry and they taking it out on their wives or the kids. My husband never did that. And I love him for that. Because I already got my own stuff going on. So I don't need you coming to me more upset because of something I ain't got no control over. So, and then if you're working, leave your job at home. Leave your work at work. Turn that brain off. It's a whole different you that's at work. So don't bring that home. Your kids don't deserve that. Your spouse doesn't deserve that. Put the phone down for an hour. And the best time to do this is before bed because there's some scientific facts behind this, and which I don't feel like going into, but it's really good to, hey, you're in my mic. It's good to put your phone down at least 30 minutes to an hour before you're supposed to go to bed. It helps, regulate your system, calm your body down before you go to bed because, all that blue light, what are the cases, Just the same as the TV. Now, the TV, I have a struggle with. I need the TV on before I go to bed. But, at least put your phone down so it's not just up close to your face. You're not going to bed with what was on your mind with the last thing you've seen. You're scrolling and you see like, my gosh, look at me getting ready at 5 o'clock in the morning and going to the gym. Now you're going to bed thinking like, oh my gosh, I need to get up this tomorrow morning at 5 and I need to do this and this and this. No, you don't. No, you don't. Just don't look at social media before you go to bed. Do not. Scheduling self-care times as if it's an appointment. Self-care Sunday. It's already put in the universe. Every day should be self-care. You should be doing something for yourself every day, just like I spoke earlier. The movie Monday, New Trail Tuesday, Wellness Wednesday, whatever the case may be. Break down your weeks. Schedule those little times to just do those little things, and it's going to make a big difference. My cat is literally messing up all my notes. I can't even see them right now. Sade, I need you to calm down. Take in breathers, like 5 breaths before reacting. You don't need to give them that instant reaction that you feel. Girl, breathe. I need to do this. I have been doing it lately, though, too. Like, I just need to... All right, let me gather my thoughts before I continue with this conversation, or whatever the case may be. This is the one, because this is the one I struggle with. Like, my aunt and people tell me this all the time. Celebrate your small wins. Celebrate your small wins. There we go. You got up this morning and you had 10 minutes to yourself and you was able to drink your full coffee or whatever the issue is that you have going on right now. Yay. Like, yes. That feels good. You feel good about yourself in that moment. So continue to celebrate that. You was able to finish a book. That's huge to me. Sometimes I can either finish a book in like a week or I could finish a book in 3 months. It's never no in between. But if you was able to do something for yourself or you feel good about it, celebrate it. And don't let nobody dim your shine about that. Don't. Celebrate the small wins. That's really important because it's going to make you feel good. And it's going to give you that positive reinforcement to continue doing it. That's why I think the issue that I have too, because I'm not continuing doing the things that makes me feel good because I'm not stopping and realizing, oh my gosh, I did this. Like I'm not celebrating myself. I'm not patting myself on the back. So that's why I'm not continuing to do what I'm doing. So no, I'm going to stop. I'm going to pat myself on the back. I'm going to be happy that, I achieved something so small. So celebrate the small wins. So like I said, this is towards the end. It's basically the end. My cat typed in so many stuff on my notes. But life is already hard as it is. So stop comparing your everyday to other people and making it harder for yourself. Just stop doing it. There's no reason to beat yourself up about it. Social media never shows the true reality behind things. No matter how gritty and true, like, people try to make it like, oh, this is my real life. This is what I do today. It don't matter. It's still not showing it because the algorithm is showing you certain stuff for certain reasons. At the end of the day, nothing's coincidental when it comes to social media. Everything's on purpose. They push certain agendas across the internet for that reason. That's what I believe. And like I said, I'm a big conspiracy theorist, so don't get me started. But you don't have to earn the rest. You don't have to prove to yourself or anybody else by staying busy. You don't have to be everything to everybody. Like I said, sometimes if you just want to not, cook, don't cook. You don't have to be the cook of the house right now. You could just be somebody that order takeout and feel good to be able to not having to make your kitchen a mess and having to go back and clean it and whatever the case is. Give yourself permission to slow down, even if it's only for a few minutes. Like I said, just enjoy that moment and don't get caught up in life. A soft life isn't about escaping responsibility. It's about refusing to lose yourself while carrying it. There we go. That's the one. But I feel like I ran over a little bit in this episode, but I do talk a lot. I did say that in my first episode, but thank you for listening because I feel like this is the good one. I do want to ask y'all, like, what does a soft life mean to you? And if you want to, just go ahead and comment that. Drop it in the comments. Let me know what you think because I'm really intrigued on what everybody believe a soft life looks like. And how do you achieve it? Or how do you want to achieve it? But yes, so go ahead and like, subscribe, and share with other women because I know we all going through this. My cat is going in on me right now. And of course, girl, whatever's on your mind, bring it here. Bring it here. We will figure it out together. Until next time, protect your peace, choose yourself, keep smiling, and remember, you deserve rest too. I'll see you in the next episode.